Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm hiding out in my room today because the kids are napping, so I just want to get this video filmed. And I'm going to be sharing with you 10 healthy habits that I have developed ever since having psoriasis and that have helped me clear psoriasis and also keep it away. So these are not the only things you need to do when you have psoriasis. There's a lot more things you need to do to help clear your body of toxins. These are just some healthy habits that you can incorporate daily and, like I said, make them a habit, so that you can help clear your psoriasis quickly and also help keep it away. Once your psoriasis is gone, if you do these tips, you're well on your way to keeping it gone. So I'm gonna just start. The first one is actually drinking warm lemon water every single day. I wake up in the morning, I'll brush my teeth, and then right after that, the first thing I do is grab a nice cup of like super warm, so it's almost hot water, and I'll squeeze a juice of half an organic lemon in there and chug it back before I do anything else. And what this does is, number one, hydrates you first thing in the morning. It helps flush toxins, it helps to detox your liver and your colon, and it also kind of helps to boost your metabolism and just get your body to produce more digestive enzymes and hydrochloric acid in the stomach, so that you have sufficient enzymes to break down your food throughout the day. So this is something I highly recommend to everyone. Warm lemon water is also very alkalizing for the body. So if you have psoriasis, you always want to make sure you're eating lots and lots of alkaline foods. So this is a good way to do that. My next tip is getting 8 hours of sleep. So what I have started to do when I found out I had psoriasis and I realized that sleep is so important to help the body heal, instead of going to bed super late and then waking up early because of the kids, I started going to bed a little bit earlier. So now my bedtime is like 10 p.m. And I usually wake up around 7:38, but I don't normally get a full 8 hour stretch. I do have insomnia, and sometimes I just can't sleep really well, and I'm also a very light sleeper. So within that time, I'm not saying I get 8 hours, but I at least try to go to bed early so that there's the option of having that 8 hours of good quality sleep. So I highly recommend doing that if you're not already getting the 8 hours. Make it a habit to go to bed a little bit earlier, especially if you wake up early in the morning. I don't wake up early, I wake up 7:38, but some people wake up at like 5 or 6, so in that case, go to bed even earlier. My next tip is having a green smoothie every day. This used to be something I would have to actually think about and like remind myself to do and have, and now it's just a habit. Usually like late morning, mid-afternoon is when I'll make my smoothie. I used to do it first thing in the morning, but I find that I just enjoy it now a little bit later in the day, or in the morning, but a little bit later in the morning, sorry. But what I do is I just do like a lot of spinach. Sometimes I'll do some organic steamed zucchini in there, and I'll throw in some blueberries, and I really like the Shinusa sea greens. It's just a bunch of sea vegetables, and this is really good. It's high in iodine, so it's good for the thyroid, but it's also good for purifying the blood and also helping to detoxify heavy metals. So sometimes I'll do a shot of that in there, some coconut water. So I just do like a really green smoothie, or you can do a green juice with like celery, cucumber, grapefruit. These are just really cleansing, but the reason why I do this is, first of all, to get easily assimilated nutrients into my diet, because when you have autoimmune and leaky gut, it's hard to absorb all the nutrients you're eating in your food. So when you puree it or blend it, your body has a lot less work to do to break it down, so it's a lot easier to get the nutrients. The second reason why I do this is because it's very alkaline, and like I said, when you have psoriasis, you need as much alkaline foods in your body as possible, and it also helps to detoxify. So I do this every day now without even thinking. I just, once the time of the day comes, I'll just start like throwing stuff in a blender. It's just like such a habit now, and I really recommend you get into the habit of doing that, or at least having one of your meals in the day a smoothie with lots of greens in it and vegetables. That's going to really help to keep your psoriasis away, because you're alkalizing your body. Tip number 4 is a liquid chlorophyll shot. So I'm gonna focus this if it's out of focus. So if you have psoriasis or any autoimmune, or even if you're just trying to be healthy, I highly recommend doing a shot of liquid chlorophyll every single day, or putting some in some water if you don't want to do a straight up shot. It's pretty inexpensive. It's $17 or $18 for a pretty decent sized bottle of liquid chlorophyll, and it lasts me quite a while. But I'll usually take about 1 tablespoon and just do a shot of it, or I'll put it in water and drink it. And I always do this first thing in the morning, actually right after my warm lemon water. I'll drink the lemon and then I'll drink the chlorophyll right after, but you can do it any time of day. Just keep it away from mealtime. And this is, like I said, a really good, again, for alkalizing, detoxifying heavy metals, purifying the blood, and just cleansing the colon. So I highly recommend you do this and keep doing it every single day. If you have some type of autoimmune, especially psoriasis, just to keep it away, especially if you feel like your hands are getting a little bit red, or any part of your body, or you're getting a little bit itchy, do the liquid chlorophyll. Tip number 5 are digestive enzymes. These were something I always had to remind myself to do as well every single day before a meal. I would have to sit down and be like, I need to take my enzymes, and remind myself. Now it's a habit. Before I put anything in my mouth, I will grab some enzymes. And I use plant enzymes, but then I also have on the side another enzyme that has some pancreatic enzymes, but it also has lots of ox bile and a little bit of hydrochloric acid in it as well. And the two together just work so well to help me digest my food. And when you have autoimmune, if you eat certain foods and they're not fully digested, that's when you get the redness and the itching. It's from that inflammation reaction that you would get from undigested food. So it's so crucial to take your digestive enzymes. And like I said, sometimes it's hard to remember, and you'll eat something and then you're like, shoot, I didn't take it. So try to make it a habit of taking it before every meal and snack. And the next tip is deep breathing. I have started doing this like consistently as a habit only about 4 months ago. Up until then, it was more like a chore, and I had to constantly remind myself to deep breathe. Now, when I just feel stressed or like I just need to calm down and wind down, I'll just sit down and just do some deep breathing. Also, before my meals, I will do usually like 3 really deep breaths before I eat, and that kind of helps my parasympathetic nervous system kick in, so my body can focus more on digestion rather than, you know, my muscles and everything else in my heart. So deep breathing is so important, and when you have psoriasis, stress is a huge trigger for it. So deep breathing really lowers those cortisol levels and keeps your body more in balance and less stress. So I highly recommend trying that as well. You can deep breathe to meditation tracks on YouTube, or you can just sit down and deep breathe, count to 10, or say I'm gonna do 10 deep breaths and do it. That's what I do. I usually like do about 5 deep breaths every half hour or every hour or something. So definitely try it out, and you'll feel a lot more relaxed if you do it too. So it's pretty awesome. Yeah, the next thing that I do that's kind of a habit is turning on my salt lamps every day. I have like tons and tons of salt lamps in my house, and they actually help to purify your air, especially if you have put them near like a router or something. That kind of help to like contrast the EMFs that are being projected from the router or your like Wi-Fi station or something. So I always keep live plants and salt lamps in my house, but I never really remember to turn on the lamps. Like, they're in my home, but I never just think to like, let's just switch them on. So now it's a habit. Every single morning, as soon as we wake up, all the lamps in the house go on, and I have a lot, and they just help to cleanse your air. And I always put them in the areas that I spend the most time, so like our living room, my bedroom, things like that, so that I'm always breathing semi-clean air. Like, it filters quite a bit. So the bigger the lamp, the more square footage, I guess, it would filter. So I highly recommend looking into it. There's a lot of articles about salt lamps and their benefits online. I also have a little bit of info on my Instagram. It's at Marla's Healthy Life. The link's in the description box below, where I also share lots of autoimmune friendly recipes and tips and stuff like that. So tip number 7, I think we're on, is actually drinking 9 cups of fluid a day. This also used to be a chore for me to drink my water. Now it is just so much easier. I don't have to really think about it. If I just feel thirsty, I'll drink, and I never, like before I would feel thirsty and take a sip. Now if I feel thirsty, I'll drink 1 whole cup. Even if I don't want the whole cup, I'll drink it. So I get 9 fluids in a day now without even realizing it. I don't only drink water though. I do drink herbal teas, and I count that as my fluid. If I drink coconut water, I'll count that as my fluids as well. But most of the time it's just water. Warm lemon water also counts, obviously. So between my herbal teas, my warm lemon water, and regular water, I get about 9 cups a day easily, no problem. But it did take time to work up to that. Number 8 or 9, I don't even know what I'm on anymore, is working out. I made working out a habit. I've been working out as a habit though for a couple years now, but more so the past 6-7 months. I've really made an effort to make sure I work out, if not every day, at least 4 times a week. And I do a combo of weight training and HIIT workouts. I usually do every other day is a HIIT workout, and then between that would be weight training. And I break up the weight training to lower body, upper body, and then full body. So yeah, I work out every single day, and what this does is it helps to lower your cortisol, which will help you with your psoriasis directly, because stress is a huge factor, like I said, of psoriasis flares. It also helps get your lymphatic system pumping and draining, which is so huge for flushing out those toxins from your body. If your lymphatic system is not pumping correctly, the toxins will come out through your skin, and that's what psoriasis is. That's when you start getting that redness. It's your liver. It means your liver's not working well, your lymphatic system's not working well. So one of the ways to help is to exercise, work out, and sweat. Get as many toxins as you can out through sweat, get that lymphatic system pumping, lower those cortisol levels, increase the testosterone testosterone levels, and you're gonna just feel so much better, look a lot better, but you're also gonna realize that your psoriasis doesn't flare as much, and that, you know, it's staying more balanced. And it's because you're just taking care of your lymphatic system and overall your whole body. The next tip is coconut oil moisturizer. So I used to have to like really remind myself to moisturize all the time. Now it's obviously a habit. I have bowls of coconut oil everywhere, and as soon as I wash dishes or change one of my kids' bums and then wash my hands, or go outside and garden and I find that my hands are dry, no matter what, usually about every half hour to an hour, I will moisturize always the areas where I'm prone to getting psoriasis. So for me, that would be my armpits, my hands, my lips, yeah, those are the main areas, my inner elbows. So that's why I apply lots of coconut oil, because I find that as soon as my skin gets dry and starts to crack, psoriasis starts popping up and it starts to crack and it starts getting painful. So I know right away my skin is too dry and I just start moisturizing. And that just really helps to just, like I said, lock in the moisture and keep my my skin healthy and keep psoriasis away. So my last and final tip is actually cod liver oil. This is not a new habit. This has been a habit for a long time, but I did want to bring it up because a lot of people don't realize the importance that essential fatty acids play in the body. So I highly recommend getting in the habit of taking about a tablespoon or half a tablespoon of cod liver oil every single day. It does not cause weight gain. It is such a healthy fat, and it also contains vitamins A and D in there as well. So it's so nutritious for the skin, especially if you have psoriasis. But what essential fatty acids do in the body is that they actually help to nourish and hydrate and moisturize your skin. So if you ever have dry skin or a rash is starting or peeling, that is the #1 sign that you are deficient in essential fatty acids. Particularly EPA and DHA. So I highly recommend getting a good quality cod liver oil, or krill oil is really good too. And those are just going to help you stay moisturized and keep your skin healthy. It also helps build up those cells in your gut lining, because they rely on lipids to thrive. And pretty much every cell in your body, they all contain something called a lipid barrier around the cell, and that's how nutrients and stuff will pass in and out of the cell. And that's made of fat. It's made out of lipids. So your body needs a lot of fat, and if you are not consuming a lot, or even if you are consuming a lot but your body's not actually absorbing it, then you will be deficient, and that is a huge cause for psoriasis, that dry skin that you get. So definitely take cod liver oil every day, and make sure that if you are taking a digestive enzyme, it contains bile salts or ox bile or some type of fat enzyme to help absorb those nutrients. So those are my 10 tips. Those are my healthy habits that I do every day, no matter what, no matter where I travel, no matter what I do, and they help me so much with keeping my psoriasis down, keeping the itching away, and just helping me feel super healthy. So I really hope you guys incorporate at least some of these habits, especially if you have autoimmune disease. And it's really just gonna help, like I said, keep things away. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button down below. Give the video a thumbs up, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye.